Kasi parang ang daling magsabi ngayon na post mo lang to, ganito yung mangyayari. Kasi ginawa na namin. Parang alam na namin based on experience. Pero yung mga
Yes.
makikinig pa lang, parang, "Uy, lalapit lang talaga ako sa agency." Halimbawa, kaya naman nilang sundan talaga yung mga sinabi ni Rich kanina. Talaga, lalapit lang ako. Oo, may mga kilala naman ako, sasabihin ko, 50-50, tapos wala silang babayaran. Paano pag sinabi sa akin, paano pag hindi naniwala? Paano pag binara ako sa cold email? Feeling ko nauna yung mga ganun, kaya hindi sila gumagalaw.
Welcome to the $1 Million Filipino Freelancer Podcast. This is Neil Reichel, and in today's episode, pangalan pa lang yayamanin na at ending ng kahirapan. Okay, di ba? Bago natin introduce yung guest natin ngayon. Siyempre, umay na kayo sa mahabang intros. Eto, mahabang kapupulutan natin ngayon. I think we're going to talk a lot about offers kasi iba tong taong to. But before we talk about offers and introduce yung guest natin na ito, introduce muna natin yung co-host natin. Ang co-host natin, alam na ng lahat na anomalya, alam na ng lahat ng mga tao na hindi lumalabas ng bahay. Pero ang hindi nila alam, ang pangalan ng pusa niya ay Garfield. Yeah. O yan, kilala nyo na. Si Garfield po. Okay, kung kayo po ay may isusuhol, idadaan muna sa konseho ni Garfield. Ang ating co-host, the one and only Miss Corina Obrero.
Hi! Hello, bashers! May manadamay pa yung mga pets, no? Sige,
Siyempre.
exciting tong kausap natin.
Oo.
Kasi pangalan pa lang, mahal na mahal.
Latag na latag, okay. Kalupaan ng kayamanan. Ang ating guest, the one and only, hindi ako makapayag na nakalagay sa kanyang profile, 1980 siya pinanganak. Ewan ko ba? Kakayamot. Alam mo mga tao nag-feeling bata. Ako nga, nung pumunta akong La Union, sakit to. Ang tanda ko na itsura. Tapos ito, nilagay niya sa Facebook profile niya. 1980. Kalokohan. The one and only. We are going to talk about offers. Okay. Dating mandaragat. Kala mo, puro ami, no? Mr.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. From Cebu. Fresh galing Manila. But now back
Bumalik
in
na sa
Cebu. Mr. Richfield Omega.
Hi, Bashers.
Yeah.
Hi, Bashers. Kumusta, Bashers? Tayo Bashers dito.
Thank you marami. Para sa mga ladies natin, Boss Rich, ikaw ba ay single?
No, hindi po.
Married?
No, in a relationship.
Yung in a relationship mo bang yon? Just paki-edit to kung sakali mali ako, ha? Ito ba yung nasa YouTube channel mo?
Oh, hindi
Ay,
I don't remember having YouTube channel.
Nagulat din ako. Hala, iba pa yun.
May YouTube channel ba ako?
Abay, tingnan mo. Abay, ikaw pakalat-kalat ka eh. Tingnan mo. Tingnan mo. Si Dawan Kodalin. Ano?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. So yeah. Yes.
Ano?
Oo.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my gosh.
Kinabahan kami.
I forgot about it kasi.
Okay.
Ang tagal na nun eh.
Lusot.
Okay, lusot. Okay. So ladies, hindi po siya single. Siya ay in a relationship. Anong height mo nga ulit?
5'11" po.
Okay. Macho to. Okay. Pero hindi natin pag-uusapan yung katawan nito. Hindi natin pag-uusapan ang height nito. Pag-uusapan natin yung utak nito. Boss Rich, unang tanong. Pagbabasahin namin ngayon, i-stalk ka namin, pupunta kami sa Facebook profile mo. Ang nakalagay doon is, making it unreasonable for agency owners not to get past 7 figures. Hindi kami matigil doon. Pumunta pa kami sa LinkedIn. Okay, sabi namin, tsamba lang naman to. Sabi niya sa LinkedIn niya, I partner with B2B companies that add at least $1 million in revenue. Unang tanong, hindi ka ba kinakabahan dito sa mga offers mo na to, Boss Rich? Saan nang galing? At marami pang iba. Yun muna ang unang tanong.
Yeah.
Isa lang.
So basically, with that offer, number one is, with the 7 figures for agency owners, I've already done it. So there's already a result behind it, behind that offer. And with the new one with my LinkedIn, so it's basically a test offer with
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
other agencies and B2B. So yung una, agency, I've already done it. So doon ako hindi kinabahan dyan.
Siyempre, ang dami mga dudero. Unang tanong, bakit? Ilang taong ka na ba talaga, Boss Rich?
So I'm only 24 years old, Boss Neil.
Corina, 24 years
Mm.
old. Ang saklap. Ako 42 na tong taon na to. Bago ko pa natutunan. Boss Rich, paano mo
Mm.
nagawa, naisip, di ba? Gawa mo na, paano mo nagawa ito for yourself? Hindi ka naman pinanganak na merong libro ng breakthrough advertising. Hindi, kumbaga ang unang karir mo nga, if i-stock ka nga namin, seafarer ka nga eh, di ba? Kailan
Yeah.
ka lang ba nag-online marketing? Yun lang unang sagot na tanong.
Yeah, so basically I think it was 2018
Mm.
nung nag-college ako, and then I was stuck in my dormitory kasi bawal kaming lumabas. We only have 4 hours every week para lumabas to get our necessities. And I have so much time, parang free time. And then yung kaburingan ko matched with the necessity to have extra money. So dun siya napasok na how can I have more money? Or
Mm.
ang tanong ko lang nga doon is, paano ako magkaka-extra income para may pandagdag sa allowance ko doon. So, doon pumasok yung idea na, like, what can I do with my situation?
And
Na,
what did you do with that?
so, with that time, we don't have phone kasi bawal
Mhm.
doon gumamit ng phone. And at the same time, I don't have any laptop. And then, when that school na nagsabi sila na they will provide us a laptop and a Wi-Fi. And doon, nag-YouTube lang ako. Then found out that I can make money online. And so doon siya nagsimula. I basically started with doing some research on it.
Which we all did naman, okay?
Mm.
Ang masaklap lang, marami sa atin, ay ito, stuck pa rin sa rabbit hole. Okay, lead magnet dito, ebook dyan, bayanihan, bili ng course dito. Di ba? Pero ikaw, Rich, at 24 years old, sabi mo nga, nagawa mo na. What is it
Mm.
specifically that you've already done?
So ganito kasi yun, Boss Neil. Nung nasa dorm ako, doon yung eagerness or desire to have or start a business while in the dormitory. So yung extra time ko, and isa pa nga is during class hours, I'm doing research then, watching YouTube, just to have more insights and learnings for online marketing and digital marketing. And with that, nung 2020, I believe, like start nung pandemic, we were happy at first,
Mm-mm.
because we don't have any idea with that one. And then nung nauwi kami, doon na nag-sink in and na-realize like, oh, like this is really a problem. Doon nagsimula yung need. So I only have about 6,000 pesos in savings as a college student, and we're stuck here during the pandemic. And I have two options with that one, save it or invest it in myself. So nagsimula talaga ako to buy a course worth around $100 just to learn marketing from Russell Brunson. So that was the time I was started introduced into that field. And pasimulang I was starting as a funnel builder. Just to test, basically. Hindi naman siya, I don't have the have or ano man tawag dito, main goal na to build something. Pero
Mm-mm.
isa siya na magkaroon lang ng extra income. And so with that one, I test around offers like funnel building, lead gen. Nakakuha naman ng clients until nag-barko ako during that time, around 2020, end of 2020. And
Mm.
then bumalik ako by last year of January. And while I was having my 7-day, ang tawag dito, like quarantine, doon napaisip ako. Like, what business can I build? And saktong-sakto, nag-open yung tribe.
Mm-mm.
And doon, napa-enroll ako, and then ask myself like, what business or agency can I start? Am I going to start again with lead generation, or should I find other agency and just help them get more clients? And so doon nagsimula, Boss Neil, and last year around February, I
Mhm.
partnered with one agency, and then I've helped them get more clients. So doon nagsimula last year.
Anong dating sa'yo nun, Corina? Ano masasabi mo?
Okay lang.
Okay naman.
Okay naman.
Actually, ang napaisip ako doon, alam mo kung ano? Kasi madalas sa atin, gusto, alam mo yung nagluluto from scratch. Yung gustong-gusto yung idea na, uy, I cook this spaghetti from scratch. Proud na proud siya talaga doon. In the end, meron siyang spaghetti. Kay Rich, parang sa intindi ko lang ha, naghanap na siya ng sino na ba may mga ingredients? Sige. Ay, eto na mga may ingredients. Ang hanahanap nga niya, agency. At ang kailangan lang naman nila, more clients. Dito na ako bibira. Dito na ako magtatrabaho. Dito na ako magpo-focus. Ang concern ko lang, well, hindi man concern, curiosity ko lang dito, Rich, is that, hindi ka ba parang nagkaroon ng imposter syndrome na, hala, baka naman I'm not even good enough. Wala pa ako sa kalingkingan para to serve this market.
Actually, sa pinartner ko na agency, yung service nila, I don't have really idea, like negative idea about it. Like starting from zero. I just love what they were doing and the fact that they have already result. And I believe in them and said like, yeah, I can be an asset to this agency. And also previously, like as I've said, from first year of college, I was starting like doing some research in digital marketing, Facebook ads or something, getting clients online. And so I have the little idea na, oh, I can use what I know, my little knowledge, and then just expand through time by learning, yun nga, nag-enroll sa tribe, and implement what I'm learning through the process with that agency. And it's a no-brainer for them because I am basically a partner, not a somewhat, I kind of like have a tweak in the deal with them. So it's kind of like no-brainer to them to accept me.
Okay. Eto, di ba, sabi nga natin, offers ang pag-uusapan. What was the offer when you approached this agency?
Yeah, so it's really a no-brainer to them. So it's basically me bridging the gap. They have a service and they want clients. I can deliver between getting them clients by not charging them a certain amount, but only by performance. So this will break the barrier of having constraint in accepting my offer to them because it won't cost them anything. So it's basically like just stay there and wait for the client that I'll be bringing you. Just
Frictionless? Pwede. In theory, napakaganda talaga nung ganitong offers. Pero in poverty, hindi mo maiisip yung ganitong offer. Ewan ko, parang lalo yung katulad ko na merong obligations, merong ambitions, 'di ba? Pero more of yung obligations, parang hindi ko kaya to. I cannot risk the idea of
Hindi
having to
talaga.
work with a client, 'di ba? Ang ano ko dito is siguro ang isang advantage mo dito, Rich, is that bata ka, hindi ka 1980 pinanganak, wala kang dependents, 'di ba? Pero can you please expound lang why aren't more young people taking on this offer? I'm sure this is not the first time that they heard it or even thought about it. Marami nang nakaisip ng ganyan. Pero bakit hindi nila ginagawa? Ano kayang tingin mo?
I think they think of themselves first before what the actual value they can deliver and prove to that certain client that they're worthy of paying a premium amount of money every single month. And second thing is they don't have the confidence it's not about the confidence, but it's about trusting your capability that you can deliver it. So that's the main thing.
Daming namatay. Ang daming namatay. Hindi kasi, 'di ba? The reason why more people would take on or would tell the clients na, okay, you have to pay me $2,000 muna, $3,000 muna on a monthly basis, and then I will give you Y. Give me X to the tune of $2,000, and then I'll give you Y. I think malaking sinasabi mo dito, Rich, is that they don't really trust yet their capabilities versus a performance-based na agreement. Ang question ko dito, when we talk about performance-based, if we can talk about numbers, ano yung equation nito sa'yo? How much are you making on a month-on-month basis?
Yeah, so basically I've structured the deal because for it to be more advantage in me and also advantageous to the client that I partnered. And so with that one, their current setup, this one, first thing with this is hindi ko talaga plano na mag-partner with the agency. It just so happened that it was my friend and we kind of like talked about kasi galing din siyang barko and so nagkamustahan kami and he mentioned that he has his agency and they've been operating for 7 months and then I found a loophole na they're not charging upfront and only performance. And then there's a question in my mind like bakit? So there's already a problem going on in their business through our conversation. And then with that one, I was able to had an idea of why not charge something upfront because your service is valuable and you can deliver results. And then we made a deal that we do 50-50 of whatever, how much the contract is worth to the client or to the agency. So it's 50-50 partnership with the.
And itong agency na to, is this a social media marketing agency, Facebook ads? Anong klaseng agency to?
So they are in the e-commerce space, basically dropshipping, and then they help investors build dropshipping stores for a profit. So it's also a performance base. Main problem lang nila is they don't charge upfront for their service. And when I come in, I saw the opportunity and then I decided that we should partner. I can help you get more clients with this one.
Pero ikaw mismo, hindi ka nagcha-charge ng upfront?
With them?
Oo, with the
No.
agency.
So it's basically pure performance with me.
Okay. Kasi the way that dudero in me is starting to think, tinuruan mo silang mag-charge ng upfront. But ikaw hindi ka nagcha-charge ng upfront? What's the idea? What's the logic behind it?
So one is I don't have anything going on and I need like case study. So one can relate with this one if you're starting out, especially sa mga freelance na nagsa-start out, is you don't have anything to prove to the client that you can deliver. So
wala pa,
there's
as in zero.
Yeah. It would be really hard for you to sell your service without really a proof that you can deliver. So one thing that we can do is to just work to generate the results and proof. And second thing is we must also have the due diligence kung sino ba yung agency na pinapartner natin. Kasi obviously, if we partner with just anyone, may tendency na they would just be taking advantage of the free service that we are giving. So
Sounds familiar, Corina, no? Sounds familiar.
Kailangan din na yung pinartner na agency is worthwhile or basically a good partner, have the assets, can deliver, and it's really basically won't take advantage of you in the process.
Isa sa mga nagustuhan ko dito, yung naririnig ko paulit-ulit, Corina, yung salitang partner. Parang ang mas madaling tanggapin, uy, partner tayo kaysa, uy, hire mo ako, client kita. Ibang-iba yung language. Parang bumababa agad yung barrier.
Guard.
Na parang, yung guards nila parang, ay, oo nga, no? Sige nga, try na. Kasi walang risk on their end. Eto lang ako na curious. If you were to start all over, Corina, would you entertain this idea na ginagawa ni Rich? Kasi hindi ko to naisip talaga
ang hirap kasi niyang isipin. Depende kasi sa starting point mo eh. Kasi sabi nga ni Rich, yung starting point niya naman is, kailangan hindi naman parang may 10 anak siya. Kailangan niya ng papakain, nagugutom, magti-tuition yung 10 anak niya. Hindi naman ganun eh. Parang more more hungry siya for knowledge eh. Dun sa kwento niya eh. So, syempre, pag iba yung starting point mo, kagaya ng sinasabi mo na kaya mo bang magbigay na, performance-based. Ikaw, single mom, may 5 anak. Mauubusan kayo ng gasol. Anong performance-based?
May
Puputulin na kayo ng
dadagdag pa
kuryente,
ako.
performance-based ka pa dyan.
Bukas due yung Lazada Pay Later mo. Sa installment mo.
Ayan. So,
Oo
depende
nga.
talaga sa starting point.
Oo.
So, hindi natin sila masisi yung mga parang sabi mo nga, it sounds good in theory na
Mm-mm.
ganon para, ano ba to, risk-free proposal. Na mga ganyan
Mm-mm.
diba? Na, you only pay kapag may nabigay ako sa'yo. It sounds good in theory, pero in reality, iba-iba tayo ng starting point. So,
Yeah.
ayun.
And I believe,
Go ahead.
Coach Neil, and Kukina, depende din where are you on the business.
Mm.
Kasi if pure service lang, let's say for example, social media, it's not directly related to sales. So the metrics is different. So
Mm-mm.
they don't do the closing of the deal.
Mm-mm.
So they don't
The
have much control over the sales process.
Parang ang hirap dun sa client na i-attach yung value mo. Parang you need to get closer to the wallet talaga.
Yeah.
Para maging worthwhile yung pag-offer mo ng ganyan na, performance-based. Kasi kitang-kita na, dahil sa ni Rich, talaga, close $5,000. Diba? Parang malinaw na malinaw. Pero kung si Rich, sorry po dun sa mga paano ba, awareness
Purita.
lang. Hindi naman. Halimbawa lang, ang offer
Malayo
ni,
dun sa
diba?
results
Sabihin
talaga.
natin, ang offer ni Rich, gagawa lang po ako ng 5 Canva posts per week, ganyan lang. Sorry, pero 'di ba? Parang I doubt
Applicable.
makakapag-offer ng mag-a-apply yung mga ganong principles, 'di ba?
Yeah.
It's good for starting. Siguro para dun sa yung sample natin, yung single mom na may 5 anak. Tapos, sige, 10K per month, pero ganito lang gagawin mo. Yun, pantawid gutom na mga na mga gig ba? Pwede yun.
Gig.
Pero kung
Yes.
sabi mo nga, medyo may ambition ka, you want to level up, ayan, pwede nating sundan yung mga ginagawa ni Rich. Pang Rich
Oo.
talaga.
Saka parang kung nag-a-assume lang ako, correct me if I'm wrong dito, Rich.
Yeah.
With the way that you structure your offer, eto sa agency na to, sa partner na to, parang the chances of sila makikialam sa diskarte mo sobrang baba. Parang paano natin pwede pakialaman? Wala nga tayong binayad ng magkano kay Rich, di ba? Ang trabaho niya lang is magpapasok siya ng deal sa atin, split tayo 50-50. Yun ang Tama bang intindi ko? Ganun nga?
Yes, exactly, Coach Neil. Because I don't want to tie it up as well na may like ano na ba, what's the progress or anything. So
Oo.
I just want to work on basically on a freedom when I want, where I want. So yun
Oo.
din yung advantage dun.
Hindi yung, oy, Monday may Zoom meeting. Oy, nasan ka na? Nasaan ka na? Ayoko matindi. Bakit ba? Di ba? Magdadala lang. Maganda yung standpoint ng partner. Okay, eto. Tactics tayo, Boss Rich.
Yeah.
So, agency itong client mo and they also have clients. Ang deal, ang usapan is you bring them in clients. Tama ba ang intindi ko?
Yes.
Okay. So, how do you bring them clients?
So we've already have this one inside, the tribe. So it's similar. So basically tactics is number one, I don't have money. I don't spend anything on advertising. So I start with doing cold outreach. So DM on Facebook. Basically Facebook lang talaga mainly nag-generate ng client. But the first client na I was able to close in just 2 weeks, I believe, is through cold email. Kasi
Sample.
I can have blast in cold email. Sa Facebook DM kasi paisa-isa eh. Di ba? In cold email,
Yes.
you can launch like 30 cold emails in one sending. So, and yung ko pa nga is that with the right cold email system, you're using a domain name like Richfield at yourdomain.com. But in my first launch, hindi ko na inisip yun. So I basically use my personal email account like yung normal email ko. So doon ko siya, I don't know, but I was able to get that client for a meeting without thinking too much na I need a domain, I need this, I need that before starting out. I just go, write a script, send and just wait if I would be able to get results from that and then tweak later on.
May aaminin ako, Corina. Rich.
Ano yun?
Ang dami ko pinanood na videos ng Lemlist. Yung mga nakikinig, sige, comment kayo. Okay, kung kayo ay guilty din. Pinanood ko lahat ng klase ng videos ni Lemlist. Yung si Guillermo Mobushu. 'Di ba? Kasi siya yung nagtuturo ng paano mag-cold email. Iwa-warm up mo muna. Ito yung klase, wag mo munang i-burn yung domain mo. Ito yung mga tapos meron pang pagpa-personalize na kung paano gagawin. Alam mo ang ending, wala akong na-send kahit isang cold email. 'Di ba? Kasi nga inaral ko lang ng inaral. Pero sa iyo, and then I was worried about the risk na hala baka masunog, hala baka yung Gmail ko, hala baka kung ano nang mangyari. Ending nga, hindi ako nakapag-send. Pero ikaw, wala, niretso mo na, rat-rat na lang.
Yes and no. So, in the perfect sense na tamang gawin yung cold email, so you really need to use a domain and then you need to warm it up for 2 weeks at least before sending 30 to 50 emails per day. In my case kasi, especially if you're a freelance who's starting out with cold email, you don't need to send too much in the very beginning. Just need to send a few. So obviously you don't have much budget. Let's say for example, 10 to 20 would be good enough. You need to spread kasi emails in the first hand. And while instead of waiting for 14 days for your domain or email account to get warmed up, why not just use first your ordinary email and just send cold emails and then see if that copy that you are writing generates a reply to that cold email.
Mano-mano lang muna.
Yes.
Okay, hindi may
Just to
full
get started.
automation. Okay.
Hindi pa. So we're talking about here starting cold emailing without having large budget or anything.
Okay. Kanina we were talking about the offer. If lang I may, if ayaw mo, okay lang kasi syempre pinaghirapan mo to. Can I ask what your subject line is and what the body of your first email is?
Let's talk about lang yung cold email na nilaunch ko that resulted to a client. Subject line was very simple. Quick question.
Okay. Boss Rich, gas-gas na yun eh. Quick question, di ba? Luma na yun. Totoo, gumagana pa rin yan?
Yes, it still does. But that was the very first, I think last year was like first quarter of last year, I sent that email that generated into a client. So
Okay.
quick question lang.
And then the body of the email, what did it say?
So it says, di ba? Yung tamang cold email, first line, personalize, the body, and then call to action, and then your signature. Same thing I did. Like, hi, Rich. I saw you in this group, blah, blah, blah. So that's personal. It's personalized in a way, but very generic when you write the email. So it's just for the whole list talaga.
Okay.
So it's not one-to-one. So I saw you in this Facebook group, blah, 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 and thought of reaching out. My name is Rich. That's what I think that was the email. My name is Rich and I specialize in blah, blah, blah. So main offer talaga. So if you're doing Facebook ads for real estate, that's what I've done. So correction for that first line was, hey, Rich, I saw that you're a realtor. So it would pop up to them and they would see this realtor. So if it would, when they read it, so instantly in their mind, okay, it is for me because I'm a realtor. So they open it and then they read. It was an introduction because yun yung napanood ko na video. So I just copied it. And so and then main offer, like what's the transformation and the case study.
Okay.
So that they can relate to. And then lastly is the call to action. If they're interested, simply reply or ask them if they are available during those time. So mainly call to action to generate reply lang.
May sounds familiar no, Corina. Naalala mo si Mark Huy nung in-interview natin siya. Yun lang talaga din eh, di ba? Hindi yung kailangan muna may warming up muna. Tapos I saw you, puro bola-bola. Do sa second or third email, saka lang natin lalagyan ng call action. Kumbaga, since negosyante nga, diretso na agad to the offer. Wala na tayong sayangan ng oras. And if I start to think lang about itong sinasabi ni Rich, yung cold email niya, it generated the client, pero there's nothing sexy about it. Even the subject line, dahil nga dudero ako, dahil feeling ko, high and almighty ako, pinakamagaling ako sa copy, parang gagana yan. Pero, anong difference namin ni Rich? Si Rich, ginagawa. Ako, ginangawa. Puro dakdak lang. 'Di ba? So, I'm sure marami tayong mga listeners na who would raise their eyebrows and say na, effective ba talaga yon? Pero there's no point in doubting. 'Di ba? Kailangan talaga kilusan. Question ko, Rina, ikaw, nag-cold email ka ba ever?
Mm-mm.
Kumusta?
Parang mga 2 days, trinay ko. Nung nag-start akong offer ng Facebook ads.
Okay.
Tinigil ko.
Bakit mo tinigil?
Kasi wala akong nakuhang reply.
Ilan sinend mo?
Siguro mga 10, ganyan. Parang 5 a day, ganyan. And then nag-try ako, sabi ko, try ko nga mag-post sa Facebook groups. Doon, pinutakti ako ng message Di doon na ako.
Ano pinost mo doon sa Facebook groups?
I will run your Facebook ads for free. Parang ganun, diba?
Ay, gusto ko yung topic na yan. Okay, teka lang, Boss Rich ha. Merienda ka muna dyan ha. I will run your Facebook ads for free. Ay, dito tingin ko, ang daming hirap na hirap. Di ba? Okay, ang daming kumagat. Sige, taasan ng kamay. Di ba? Gusto ko yan. Paano may transition to your paid offer?
Kasi lang yun, parang, I will run your Facebook ads for free for 7 days.
Okay. And then if gusto nila...
If nagustuhan nila, edi na. Tuloy na. And then, syempre, magtatanong na sila sa magkano ba yung monthly fee mo, ganyan.
Ito yung nagiging concern. Hindi po sila nagtatanong So, niran ko po yung Facebook ads sila. 7 days. Tapos, day 6 na po namin. Ano pong sasabihin kong next? Ang dami kayong ganun.
Kasi nakakatuwa nga yun. Pinost kong ganun. And then, syempre, ang daming nag-message. And then, nakausap ko sila. Parang napuno yung, napuno yung calendar, yung booking ko. Para 1 linggo yun. Tapos, yung nakausap ko on the 4th day, hindi na niya, kasi parang, so yung offer mo? Parang free, ganyan. Kasi ganito yung meron akong I own a wellness center, ganyan. Tapos, sabi niya, so 7 days for free lang. Tapos after that, sabi niya, may bayad na po. So magkano yung bayad? Diretso na kami dun sa bayad. Wala na yung mga free na yan. Kasi kung seryoso naman talaga sila, bakit free? May pwesto sila Diba?
Totoo. Doon tayo tingin ko parang parang ang nagiging tema nito bukod sa offers is yung smoothness ng offer natin. 'Di ba? Yung parang frictionless. Kung papakinggan ko o babalikan ko yung kanina kay Rich, 'di ba? Yung paglapit niya doon sa agency, ang term nga niya ginamit niya is partner. Tapos, I'm sure nagtanong siguro yung agency na, so magkano babayad ko? Hindi, wala ka babayaran. Pag nagdala ako sa iyo ng kliyente, saka ka magbabayad sa akin. Sa'yo, frictionless kasi, yun yan, nag-offer ka ng pag-run ng Facebook ads for free for 7 days. 'Di ba? Pero ito ba nun, Corina? Experience ka na?
Tingin ko ang issue dun, experience. E-com, oo. Pero kasi yung nakuha ko ng client, parang siya, brick and mortar. Yun.
Okay.
Tingin ko ang nagiging mas issue ng mga tao is tuturuan mo sila ng ganito na ito ang gagawin mo, magpo-post ka or yung kagaya nung kay Rich. Nakwento naman niya, lumapit lang naman siya sa agency tapos ito yung offer. So maririnig nila to. Pero mauuna, bago nila gayahin, pwede nang gayahin na lang. Sasabihin, paano pag ganito? Paano pag ganito? Parang inauna na-predict na nila yung yung mangyayari. Kasi parang andaling magsabi ngayon na post mo lang to, ganito yung mangyayari. Kasi ginawa na namin. Parang alam na namin based on experience. Pero yung mga makikinig pa lang, parang lalapit lang talaga ako sa agency. Halimbawa, kaya naman nilang sundan talaga yung mga sinabi ni Rich kanina. Talaga, lalapit lang ako. Oo, may mga kilala naman ako, sasabihin ko, 50-50, tapos wala silang babayaran. Paano pag sinabi sa akin, paano pag hindi naniwala? Paano pag binara ako sa cold email? Feeling ko nauna yung mga ganun, kaya hindi sila gumagalaw. Pero sabi mo nga, diba, hindi naman sexy, hindi naman kakaiba, hindi naman, diba yung shinare na subject line ni Rich, hindi naman siya out of this world.
Quick question. Pagtatawanan nga talaga, diba? Quick question.
Diba? Pero hindi pa rin gagawin.
Alam mo bakit? Kasi pag biniyak mo yung utak ng mga yan, si Nostradamus ang laman. Makikita mo na sa loob si Nostradamus. Kumakalembang. Nakakainis, di ba? Okay,
Mm.
Rich, eto ngayon. Okay.
Mhm.
May client ka ngayon, si agency. Dala ka lang ng dala ng client whenever you want lang for this particular client of yours. Ang question ko ngayon dito is, how do you handle naman consistency? Kasi if this is, parang ang nangyayari sa offer mo, halos it's almost structureless. It's pure
Mhm.
results based. Diba?
Yeah.
So, how do you even begin with a system? Is there even a system to begin with this kind of service and offer?
So it's basically just how we get clients for. It's like in my mind when I was starting out, it's the same lang eh. If I were
Mm-mm.
to start my own service, and
Mm-mm.
napaisip pa ako dun is it's way more like laborious siya on my end if I'm going to find client on my own, and then next half of my day I would deliver the service. So why
Totoo.
not have like I should focus on one skill which I love to master, which is
Mm.
sales and marketing, and just partner with someone like an agency who's good. Kasi may mga agency talaga na they're really good at what they're doing in terms
And
of
they
service
love it.
delivery.
And
Yes.
they love it. Oo.
And then they hate the prospecting and then closing of deal side of their business. So that's where I came in. So
Mm-mm.
because I like, kasi if you were to start your own freelancing, you would have to start prospecting, closing client, and then next is you deliver. So ikaw na lahat.
Mm-mm.
So why not hand over to someone na sila na yung deliver ng half of the whole business na like in-offer mo. So
Mm-mm.
they would take care of that, you would take care of this one. So it's a win-win for
Oo.
both ends. So in terms
At
of the
saka,
system naman, personally, it's the same because it's a sales process.
oo.
So to begin with the sales is finding a leads, identifying the market, building an offer, and then just sell the service or the offer. So that's how
Oo.
the system.
I also noticed on your timeline, if we were to stalk your Facebook, okay, everybody stalk natin ha. Stalk natin. Dali, sabay-sabay tayo. Stalk natin si Rich. Kung titingnan mo yung timeline niya, hindi naman siya matakaw mag-post. Tapos hindi naman lahat ng post niya sa Facebook is about client getting. So, bakit hindi ka ma-content? Anong ano mo? Anong reason mo? Bakit hindi ka masyado yun nga, malakas mag-content or hinahide mo sa amin?
One is that, nagsimula din ako dyan, Coach Neil,
Mm.
na kasi yun yung unang like organic
Yes.
marketing, blah, blah, blah. And then,
Mm.
post lang daw lang post sa Facebook.
Mm.
Mm.
Ang di ko alam is you need to have a friends that are your target market.
Mhm.
Kasi limited lang yung pag nag-post ka, obviously, your post will be limited to your friends list. So
Yes.
if you don't have friends that are your target market, then obviously walang sense yung post mo. So walang makakakita ng binebenta mo.
True.
And one thing you can do is go to Facebook groups. That's number one. And then
Mhm.
yun nga, sinabi ni Corina, yung ginawa niya is nag-post siya ng isang like lead. Ano ba tawag doon? Yung
Fundraiser post,
Trojan
parang ganun
horse.
lang.
Like
Oo,
Trojan horse
Trojan.
post,
Oo.
di ba? And then transition into conversation. And then yun nga, yung system ng conversation must lead into a discovery call or a closing call or whatever it is sa sales
Mm.
process nila.
Ano talaga no, babalik talaga doon sa fundamentals.
Yeah.
Basics talaga. Yun talaga naman yun eh. Pero dahil nga matitigas ang kokote, may Nostradamus sa loob ng utak nila, na pre-predict na nila agad yung pinaka worst case scenario. Kumbaga kung may insurance nga lang ng what ifs, punong-puno na siya, loaded na siya ng ganitong klase mga insurance policies.
Nakakalungkot yun, yung gano'n.
Bakit?
Kasi tayo, nag-share tayo based on our experience. What
Mm,
if itong mga nakikinig na to, they can
mm.
do even way better sa mga nagawa natin. Kaya lang
I truly
pinangunahan
agree.
sila nung mga gano'n, yung pinapangunahan talaga nila yung mga nangyari. What if
Oh.
sinundan nila yung ginawa ni Rich? Pero iba pala yung, alam mo yun, may plot twist yung kwento nila na mas better pa yung magiging result. Pero parang,
Yes.
ayoko nga mag-send ng cold email. Pang ano nung, basic-basic naman pala. So, sayang. 'Di ba?
Sobrang sayang kung ako nga. Para bang ano sila, kulang lang sabihin, alam mo yung sa matatanda, yung tabi po nuno, wag pong mangnununo. Ito, tabi po what if, wag pong what if. Di ba nakakainis? Kasi sobrang basic
Mm.
nga. Okay, Rich, if yun nga, we were to ask you, who would you recommend doing this style of offers? Obviously, number one, alam na agad natin, this is not for the single mom, single dad with 5 kids with bills to pay and Lazada pay later due tomorrow. Who do you
Mm.
think this is best for? Yung ganitong klaseng style ng pagkuha ng clients. And what should they watch out for?
Yeah, I think this is best for lead generation, like
Mm-mm.
freelancers.
Mhm.
And also if they're running a small agency, na they still do the delivery. They're still part of the delivery of their service. So if you like sales as well, like,
Mm-mm.
kausap sa client, and you're good at it in a way, you just use this one. Pero I don't recommend it to someone that's doing like hindi nila kayang mag-take risk on a performance-based payment lang. Kasi it
Oo.
would take a lot of courage and also as well take more of their time to
Yes.
actually deliver this one and make results for themselves.
Speaking of performance-based, ano ang pwede nilang i-demand sa mga clients nila, sasabihin na ganito yung rev share natin? So how do they structure the deal?
For me kasi, I like to make it like their own business. I want to make it as my own business. So
Okay.
this is not like you're a salesperson that coming into your business and then just have a percentage like 10-20%, because
Na
you're not a
commission, yes.
sales rep. So you're not a salesperson. And in my end kasi, I found their lack in terms of they're not building the asset. They have the asset, like the hidden asset, but they're not utilizing it. So that's where I came in. They just hand me their case studies, and then I do everything from market research to building their asset to like also do the scripting in my sales calls to closing the deal. So that's how I do it. And to structure the deal, you can ask for the lowest price possible that they can ask for this one. And
Okay.
then you just charge to how much is the value to this one in the marketplace if you were to sell it. Kasi may
Mm-mm.
mga agency na nag-under price sa service nila, but their service is really valuable to that specific client. So why not
Oo.
you take advantage of it and then just make the deal between the agency that you are going to sell their service at a much higher price, and you keep the profit, and you just ask to them what's the lowest price possible that they can give you,
Mm-mm.
because they're not paying you anything upfront. It's no risk to them. You take the risk, you do everything, you do the work, and basically you just like eat what you saw.
Okay. Eto, couple of questions. Halimbawa, si agency, para lang may figures tayo, ang china-charge nila is $2,000 retainer. Yun yung lowest. So how much would you tell that to the prospect na ang service is how much yun nga, how much ang pwede mong singilin?
Yeah. So first thing is I would like to ask the agency, I would have to do my due diligence first if they're the right agency to partner. Because if you're partnering with the wrong agency and just come in like because siya yung kapitbahay mo, madaling lapitan,
Aray.
eh you would take a lot of pain in this one kasi hindi capable yung agency, walang assets. So you must find the right agency talaga to partner. Number one, they have been serving, they have good service. And for that is that you just ask them what's the lowest price possible that they can give you when you bring them clients.
Boss Rich, 2,000 talaga, sagad na namin. Yun lang kaya namin na retainer. Kasi talagang magaling yung Facebook ad specialist namin eh. Yun talaga ang max namin.
So
At
either
least
way,
pala namin, last price namin.
if you really want to partner with that agency that max price that lowest price they can give you is 2,000, and you believe that their service is worth 6,000, like you really have that conviction, you just go to them and just, okay, we'll do the 2,000. We make a deal. Contract is very, very important. So that they wouldn't bunch to it na binenta mo ng 6,000. 2,000 kami yung nag-work. So the contract will prove like what you have agreed and signed that, okay, their max price or lowest price they can give you is 2,000. And basically, you do the work eh. And you're not asking them anything upfront just to get them clients.
Hindi ka ba nakukonsensya? Kasi yun
So,
lagi ang sinasabi, wag ganun, swapang mo naman, mas malaki pa kinita mo kaysa dun sa nagpagod. Di ba lagi naman ganun ang mindset natin eh. Well, sila, mga purita.
So, I know, for me, it's not because it's a business. And you just really ask the agency, what's the low? It's like going on to a wholesale company that, or kumpanya nagbebenta ng mga wholesale products, di ba? Retail versus wholesale. So, ikaw lang yung retailer dito eh. So, you're going to the manufacturer, you ask for the lowest price possible that they can give. And obviously, that's the price that they can give. And then, they also have a profit with that 2,000. So, hindi pagkakailan na wala silang profit dun. And they were willing to give you that price because you're delivering them more valuable thing, which is client, and they have the long-term relationship with their client. You're just making a large profit upfront, but if we would see the lifetime value of the client, that's different scenario for them. So if let's say I sell that 6,000, they made 2,000, but the client stays for, let's say, average 12 months. So that's more than what I've profit from them.
Teka, do you also get commissions on the retainer ba?
Yeah.
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin yun. Pero what you're saying that kumbaga, what you're saying na mas malaking profit, kasi in the long run, tuloy-tuloy siya without any marketing pa. Kumbaga, ikaw lang talaga ang nagpagod para makahanap ng kliyente na yun. Okay. Gets ko. Meron akong nakita sa Instagram, parang sinasabi niya kung saan talaga sinosource. Halimbawa, yung Lululemon na yoga pants, ang totoong presyo lang daw doon, halimbawa, is $15. Pero nabebenta siya ng $50, $65.
More than
Imagine
sometimes.
mo, more than pa. Parang, ayoko nga, no? Or parang, Alibaba. Bumili ka ng kung ano man na panyo. Nabili mo yung panyo mo ng 60 centavos. Diba? Pero 60 cents USD na rate. Tapos, mabebenta mo yung panyo mo ng $8. Napakaswapang mo ba? Napakagahama mo. Kung okay naman siya sa $60, kasi may MOQ naman siya. Meron siyang mga kung anong parameters. So, why not apply nga this sa ating freelancing business? Paborito mo dito, Corina? Ako muna mauna. Ako muna.
Sige.
Mataba utak mo eh. Madaya ka. Pinaka-paborito ko dito, yung sinabi ni Rich na, teka, ayoko nga yung fulfillment. Diba? Ang lagi nating ginagawa, ang laging ginagawa, lalo ako nun is, teka, mastering ko muna yung skill. Tapos saka ako, pag na-master ko na yung skill, saka ako magkakaroon ng confidence na ibenta. Pwede naman pala, teka, sino na ba yung tingin kong master na dyan? I'll be the pimp. Benta ko na lang siya ng ibenta. Basta confident ako na happy yung client pag pinimp ko itong agency na to. Ikaw, Corina, paborito mo dito?
Yung naghanap si Rich ng something valuable to do habang bored siya. Yung student siya. Kasi, yun nga, kaya nga ang ganda ng ano niya eh. Hindi nga siya purita mindset nung nag-start siya. I think, parang underrated part ng interview kasi yung positioning mo is very important. Parang, yun nga, afford niyang magbigay ng risk-free proposal, ng mga free-free na ganyan. Kasi hindi naman siya hindi naman siya naghihikaos ng mga panahon na yon. Parang bored siya, maraming time, ano pa bang pwedeng gawin para magkapera? Kailangan ng pera, pero hindi siya nasa state na parang mapuputulan na sila ng kuryente. Kasi maraming mga tao nagsa-start sa freelancing sa position na, ay gipit na gipit ako ngayon, kaya magsa-start ako sa freelancing. Samantalang meron namang earlier times in their lives na may extra time, may extra, ano ba, unlimited mo internet mo eh. Hindi na uso yung dial-up, di ba? Ganon, yung tinitipid-tipid mo lang yung, kung ilan lang yung magagamit mo. Pero hindi pa sila,
sabi, anak,
time
tatlong click lang muna ngayon ha, bukas na yung 2 click.
Diba? Hindi nila ginamit
Oo.
yung time nila maghanap-hanap sa nag-YouTube ka na rin lang naman pero Tulfo yung pinapakinggan. Yung mga nag-aaway-away yung pinapanood mo. So use your
Oo.
time wisely. Wag mo nang paabutin doon sa time na gipit ka kaya maghahanap ka ng work. Advantage mo
Mm.
na nga ngayon na hindi ka gipit para may apply mo yung mga na-share ni Rich. Ayun.
Oo. Marami pa actually nasa isip ko ngayon. Na-imagine ko lang
Mm.
wala nang need to prove that I can deliver. Kasi
Mm.
walang risk na ilalabas yung kliyente.
Mm.
Wala
Diba?
akong kailangan na, hala, baka mabisto niya ako, hindi ako magaling. Eh di ko palpak, eh di it's on me. Palpak ako di
Mm.
ba? Oo, wala nang impostor. Isa nga yun sana sa itatanong ko na hindi ko natuloy na tanong. Kasi, ito yung tanong ko na sinulat ko
Impostor.
Ito nasa na ba yung sinulat ko dito? Sabi ko, aren't you worried about imposter syndrome, not being good enough?
Mm.
You're accountable to yourself Not anymore
Mm.
to the client. You didn't make any false claims. Diba? You didn't even make any claim. Ang sinabi, if
Mm.
I deliver you this is what I get. Sana na-meet ko si Rich dati pa. Eto na yung trivia. Okay? Trivia nilagay ko sa dulo.
Mm.
Nung 2011, 2012, Mami, mother-in-law ko. Okay, shout out po sa inyo, Mami. Si Mami, meron siyang belief na pag hindi maganda ang nangyayari sa buhay mo, baka may kinalaman ang pangalan mo. Okay?
Mm.
So, ang nangyari, yung Neil, parang, baka ibig sabihin Neil is nothing. N-I-L ba? N-I-L. Basta ganon. So, ba't walang nangyayari dito? 2011, 2012, 2013. Oo nga, 2013 to. Tapos, sabi niya, magpalit ka kaya ng pangalan. So, parang nickname. Diba? Ang pinangalan ko sa sarili ko noon, Rich. Kasi lagi nagkakamali sa Raikel. Laging Richel. So sabi ko, Rich. And parang I tried that nickname for 6-7 months. And I hated it so much. Kasi hindi siya talagang pangalan ko. Pero eto, kausap natin. Mr. Richfield Omega. Legit. Okay? Legit. Balikan nyo, pakinggan nyo ulit itong episode na ito. Kasi kung susuriin mo, kung asin hihimay-himayin mo, parang nilipat niya lang yung risk Yung pera nandun pa rin. Okay? Inuna lang yung risk, tapos darating yung pera. Hindi yung pipilitin at pipilitin mo yung client. Nag-iisip ka kung anong mga budol technique para lang ilabas yung pera. And then, saka ka mag-iisip na, oh my gosh, paano kaya yung deliverables ko? Rich, maraming salamat sa interview na ito. Ito lang aking isang request. Palitan mo po yung nakalagay sa Facebook mo na 1980 ka. Nakakayamot. Okay. Rich, last few words for the bashers na nagdadalawang isip at actually, hindi nga nagdadalawang isip. Nagpupurong isip at walang action. Anong masasabi mo po para sa kanila?
So, bashers, you're listening in this podcast na So there's something already that you want to happen in your life. It's just that you're still contemplating to do it. So why not bet on yourself, trust yourself, and make it work? Kasi you'll not get the result if you don't do the action.
Oh, sa pool. Ayan po. Meron na naman pong mga daan-daang mga bashers na mga tay. Okay? Saka na natititirik po yung mga kandila nila. Make sure to give this episode a 5-star rating on Spotify. Maraming salamat. And kung gusto niyo pong mahanap si Mr. Richfield Omega, nasa Facebook po siya. Hanapin niyo po siya. Ang shortcut is, it's Richfield. Okay? Yun lang. Bye, bashers.
Bye, bashers. Thank you.